Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Envision weekly live webinars. I'm Burju, VP of Customer Success here at Canvas GFX. I will be guiding you through today's session. So just keep in mind, these interactive sessions will guide you through the key tools and workflows available in the Envision portal and sometimes in our Envision Creator application. And my goal is to enable you to create and manage digital work instructions more efficiently and seamlessly with these 20-minute webinars specific to the functionalities that you might be looking for. So let's jump to today's session. I'm going to start sharing my screen. Perfect. So as you see, today's agenda is about collaborative consumption experience. We will explore how users can leverage consumption features to enhance collaboration and effectively close the digital feedback loop to get the peer and stakeholder information from others in the organizations. So we'll be spent around first 20 minutes with a live demo of key features, and I will reserve last 5 to 10 minutes for any questions and feedbacks you might have. So before we get started, just wanted to remind you, this is just one of our weekly live webinar sessions. We'll be here on Wednesdays at 2 p.m. coming in New Year as well, Eastern, each week covering new topics and functionalities so you get the most from your trial experience. All right, so let's jump into to the webinar. For today, for those that are brand new to Canvas Envision, just want to do a quick introduction. Canvas Envision is an authoring platform that enables our customers to efficiently create digital model step-by-step work instructions. And the Envision platform includes a browser-based application with an intuitive, easy-to-use UI that simplifies this authoring process. Our customers can also take advantage of our APIs to embed the Creator application into other systems such as PLM, MES, even learning management systems for training use cases. In the case of PLM integrations, the CAD data can directly be imported from the single source of truth. And if there is any change, design change, or model change, the creator of the documentation can be notified so they can sustain the documentation with the latest information, and the end user will get the latest documentation content as soon as they click on the link that they were shared with. And our platform on the midsection on my slide also includes an easy to manage document management portal with admin settings, user privileges, document permissions, review and sharing features. Like the Creator application, this portal can also be embedded to other systems, allowing users to access documentation from widely used systems like MES, ERP, or QMS to be able to store these documentation and understand how they've been consumed and some of the parameters that they need for the quality and the efficiency reasons. And on the right-hand side, as you can see, the documents can be viewed during and after the creation process in a browser environment for an interactive consumption experience, featuring customizable dialog prompts, 3D models, and layered actions. The Viewer application can also be embedded to various digital threads in the organization, and we are browser agnostic. So even if you're using Mac OS or Windows OS, you could definitely visualize Canvas Envision documentation that they are shared with you. And at the bottom, as you can see, we offer the SaaS version of Envision through AWS or Azure cloud services. We have private cloud and government cloud services also. And alternatively, we can also host Envision in our customers' private cloud or on-premise infrastructure for more restrictions if they have in the organization. So let's jump into the live demo. So here I am. We talked about this in the previous sessions. There are 3 types of users in Envision. First 2 that I'm going to mention are, as you know, they require login. And the last one is the viewers, or simply your anonymous viewers, that they do not require login. They're basically the ones that has access to the link that we shared with them through the public centers, and they can visualize the documentation. And on the right-hand side, all they will have an A sign, which is anonymous, Whereas if you log into the documentation as a creator or logged in consumers, you will have your initials on the right-hand side, which I'm going to showcase to you in a quick second. So creators are, as you know, they are content creators. They have different privileges. And above creators, we also have admins, as you can see with the key icon over here on the top section, that they have different privileges. We talked about this in the previous session. If you wanted to take a look at that, I can definitely send you the link. Just please let me know. We also have these links in our website for different topics that we cover every week. For the consumers, they have different privileges than creators. They do not have any ability to create documentation, but they can consume and give a feedback to the creator to update and to change and to modify the documentation that they are consuming from the web browser or from any browser if it's an on-prem from an on-prem implementation. So let's take a look at the workflow. So first of all, let me log in as a consumer here. Here I was an admin/creator, but I'm going to sign out and I'm going to log into the same workspace as a consumer. And what you will be seeing as a consumer, as you can see on the right-hand side, since I logged in, Buju.consumer, I have my login information on the right. Envision knows that it's me, and I can go to the centers that I have privilege to see the documentation in. So in this case, I have Work Center, for example, that I can go and see different files. I have 3 files in here. The one that I'm going to take a look and show you guys is the SSI workshop one. So just let's click on it and it will open in the web browser as a viewer. Since I will be looking at the documentation as a consumer, and you guys can see our viewer app at the top. We have the page navigation, and I can go and move on to different pages to be able to understand what's in the content as a consumer. Let's say I'm looking at this 3D model, everything looks good, and I'm kind of building this assembly together. And I'm kind of observing different parts in here and analyzing and zooming in and realizing that this is not the right part that I have as a gearbox in my, for example, shop. And then I can simply get out of here and right click on this view. A second. Actually, do this. Let me just refresh my screen to make sure it recognizes my login information. Let me just clean my cache quickly. Settings. Okay, let's go to the viewer again. Let's kick this out. It's okay. Let's log in back to the Webinars Work Center. My username was b.consumer. Okay, so let's take a look at the documentation as a viewer. And here we have the document, and I can click on this. Let's keep moving on this documentation. All right, so let's go to our folders and click on this documentation. And then it will open in the Weaver browser for us that we can visualize this document. And as you guys can see, I can direct click and add a feedback. So this documentation, as you can see, that it will tag me as Burju consumer since I logged in with that information. And then here I could say this model needs an update. Please notify and publish the document when it's done. So, and then obviously this is probably a high priority message that I can tag it as a high priority. This is just basically feedback that I can consent that Canvas GFX is like my web browser is collecting my information, and then I can submit this feedback in the documentation. And as you guys can see, since after I submit my feedback, it will say that submission is successful. Thank you for your feedback, and I can go ahead and see the browser, see the backend, and that document that we were just looking. Let's go to the public folder, and this was the documentation we gave a feedback new_2. So let's go ahead and log into this platform as a creator. Since we're the creator, we will get that notification as an email. So let me go ahead and just a second. Let me go ahead and put this on the side. Show you guys the email that I got. Okay. So let's log in to the same workspace as a creator. I'm going to go ahead and log in as a creator user. And then I will go to that public center that I have my documentation. As you guys can see, that document in here now, it has a notification that this file has a consumer feedback, right? So what I can do is drop down this little 3-dot menu and see the feedback of that person, of that consumer to the documentation and do the necessary changes. Good, let's take a look. And as you guys can see on the right-hand side, the feedback pane is going to open right away. So I don't have to worry about, where I need to go and what message I need to see. It takes me directly to that page. The consumer highlighted the information. I could see that they're talking about this model, and it says that the model needs an update. Please notify and publish the documentation when it's done. As a creator, I open the documentation, do a model update, if you guys remember from the 3D modeling session, and then sustain the documentation with all the changes with a one button of a click. If I have a PLM integration coming directly from the PLM environment, do the necessary changes, and back to the creator, the consumer that actually tagged me on this documentation or gave me the notification as a creator. I could say it is done. Please review. And then put the comment back in here. And now let's go ahead and see if my page is still open. If not, I will just log in as a consumer one more time to show you guys that feedback loop that I was mentioning. So let me log into the workspace and b_b.consumer. My password. Oh, I think it's Burju. Consumer. And then now I can go back to the public center and take a look at that document and simply see the changes in the viewer environment. And I could say, give another feedback to the creator saying everything is looking good. Thank you for the update or whatever is necessary, or simply like just tag put the task that is completed done, and they will know that what I have done is already changed in the documentation. So that's how we do the consumption feedback in Envision. And it is extremely important. We have different types of collaboration environment for creators, between creators to creators. We have a different way of collaboration, whereas the consumers to creators, this will be the feedback through the viewer browser environment, so they can see the necessary changes, or they can actually notify the creator to what it needs to be changed. And when you go into that three-dot menu in the documentation, the creator will see direct feedback, so they can do the necessary changes in the documentation. Awesome. So that is pretty much what I wanted to cover in today's session. I hope you guys found this introduction of consumption experience, consumption feedback experience helpful. It's both actually combines the consumer user privileges as well as creator user privileges for that feedback digital loop that we were talking about. And I hope it was helpful and you guys can apply the same workflows in your organization. Thank you all for joining us today. Don't forget, this is just one of the sessions that we cover every Wednesday. Starting in New Year's, we will start on Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern. Similar series, different topics. Obviously, same time, we'll be here covering and helping you with different workflows in your trial experience. Thank you again for your time, and we look forward to seeing you in our next webinar. Have a great day.